All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Uh, we are back to our podcast, and today is Wednesday. As we promised you, we will do 3 days a week live podcast in the same time as 4:30. But if you notice, I'm doing podcast in different times during the week. So the best way to follow up with my podcast is to subscribe. So we have a 3 days, which is fixed date, which is Sunday and Wednesday and Friday, 4:30 p.m. And then during the week, I do podcasts when I can. Before we start, please don't forget to copy the link of the video and post in your Facebook with your friends, invite them so we can all together share and learn. The topic today: why Muslims they worship Allah and His Prophet Muhammad. You know, the Muslim, they might say why he is having such a title, because the Muslim, they claim that they worship Muhammad, God, not Muhammad and his God. But this is not really true, and we can prove with evidence that Muslims they worship Muhammad, and we can give them the reference. So let us invite our friends. And actually, I believe that Muhammad is a lot more important than Allah. Allah is just a name. Muhammad he used in order to take control, using the name of quote God, but he don't believe in his God. And I don't believe Muhammad have a God at all. Muhammad he made himself God, and he made the Muslims obsessed with him, to the point if you say a word against Muhammad you will be killed. However, in the Middle East, people they say the F word to Allah everywhere and nobody get killed, but you will never see anyone there to say the F word to Muhammad, because if you do, you are then seriously in trouble. Actually, according to Islamic scholars, if you insult Allah or if you leave Islam, they give you 3 days to repent. 3 days to repent. If you insult Muhammad, the option of repent or repentance does not exist. You have to be killed, no question. So who is Muhammad and who is Allah? So please invite your friends and let us have more people here. And see how the topic will go. First of all, is my voice clear? Let me know, please, if you have any problem with the sound, so we can fix it. The Muslims, they keep repeating to us that their God is, his name is Allah, but the fact, even his name, you know, the Muslim, I feel sorry for the Muslims, even their God name they don't know. What Allah mean? Any Muslim can tell me what Allah mean? Any Muslim here, he have the courage to tell us what Allah mean? They do not know what Allah mean. They do not even know the correct name of their God. Muhammad never spoke to his God. He never heard his God. He never saw his God. So who is this God? I mean, you want to worship a God, but you do not know who is he. Muslims have no idea who is this God is. And this is my challenge. If any Muslim can tell me what Allah mean, you are a hero. Any Muslim can tell us? Is Allah an Arabic word? Is it Hebrew? Is it Aramaic? Is it Persian? Is it Indian? How come Allah is the name of your God, but none of you Muslims knows what Allah mean? You know, I saw many videos made by, even some of them they are Christians. You know, some Christians they are trying to play smart. I don't know, I don't want to use the word, but in English they say smart A, you know. So they start giving definition for what Allah, and some of them they say to you that Allah is coming from the word al-ilah. Al-ilah. And some they say to you, it's a word mean God. And then some they say to you, Allah is the name of the God of Islam, and the Arabic Christian they use the word Allah too. You know, so there's a lot of blah 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 blah, but nobody can give you a solid answer for the question, who is Allah? Actually, even I saw some of you posting in the text in one of my videos, posting links that Allah is coming from the word Al-Ilah in Syriac language. All those are false answers and not true. And we explained that before, but you know, people are stubborn and people don't want to learn. And I noticed through all my life that people mostly are copy paste. They copy paste from each other. You know what I mean? Go right now and search for an answer about who is Allah and what Allah mean, and you will see that all of them, they are copy paste from each other. So before we start talking about why Muslims worship Allah and his Prophet Muhammad, let us give you a lesson about Allah. In the old Semitic languages, there's two branches. There's two branches. So let us say every language have 2 or 3 versions of it. Ancient, not patient, hold on, ancient, and then what is happening here? I have my automatic typing is on. That's why it's coming in the screen. So we have ancient or ancient text, and we have a modern, same as Hebrew, same as Aramaic, same as many languages, even English. Like, you know, the old English is not the same as the English today. So in the old Hebrew, as an example, which is taken from the Aramaic, we have 2 words, both of them they are equal to God. Let's make the text big. All right. AL and EL. AL present the oldest one, so it is the original. All right. And then AL present the newer version. Both of them mean God, regardless of this God is pagan God or real God, it doesn't matter. All right. So the word AL was used as a word mean God, and the word EL is a word used as a word mean God too. And actually in the modern languages, still some people they use the word AL without noticing what AL mean. As an example, all of us we knew what Baal is. Baal. Baal. So Baal actually is not one word, it is 2 words. Ba, like in Arabic, in English you don't have the letter correctly. Ba and Al. Al is the word mean God. So God Ba. This is what it means. So the God Baal, like when you say Baal, you are not saying just a name, you are saying God Ba. Are we getting, guys, the point? When you say the word Baal, you do not need to say the word God, because the word God is exist. It is AL. Are you getting it? Now, and even in the old Hebrew, if you go and check the name Daniel, the last 2 letters is AL, because the word Daniel is it's a word contained two words. Israel, as an example. Israel, right? But the fact Israel used to be Israel, and then there's like a light E, let us say small one, and then al. So il and al, both they present the word God. Now we go to the name of the God of Islam. His name is Allah. God lah. You see, the naive one who says to you that lah is a word coming from the word ilah, that because they are idiot and they have no idea what they are talking about. It doesn't matter who they are, Christians, Jews, Hindus, doesn't. But the one who try to be, let us say, a smart, I don't want to say the word. Because even the word al-ilah, you just say, look, al-il-lah is coming from the same source. This is how dumb they are. The difference is, this is the ancient one, al, as we said, and this is the modern one. Okay, now what Allah mean? You know, there's people who they are coming from different background and different languages, and they are, let us say, everyone he have his own history, and everyone he have his own tradition, and etc. But most of all those countries who live in the Middle East, all those nations and ethnics, they share the roots of the same language. As an example, many they say or they think that the language of Islam is Arabic, but the fact there's no language is called Arabic. Arabic is not a language by itself. Arabic is a collection of languages. Arabic is a collection of languages. It's not a language. And we can show you tons of reasons to believe in that, and it's easy to prove it. Actually, even the Muslims, when they say to you, what is the name of the book of Islam? They say Quran. Quran. Okay, is Quran an Arabic word? No. Quran is not an Arabic. Even the name of the book is not Arabic. So what is Arabic? Arabic is a special local term, or let us say words created by the local for their own use. However, Arabic language is a huge mix of languages, and between it there is some local words created by the Arab, and that will not make the Arabic language as Arabic by itself. Same time, the word Arab is not even an ethnic. Many naive one, they think that when we say an Arab, it's mean an ethnic group. Arab are not an ethnic. Arab is whoever live in the desert, they call them Arab. The same as we say the desert of Arabia. The fact you do not need to say the desert of Arabia, because the word Arabia alone is a desert. But because people do not know what Arabia mean, they say the desert of Arabia. Arabia itself is a word mean desert. So whoever live in the desert is an Arab. In other way, he is a Bedouin. Someone who have no houses, someone who live in a tent, and he move from place to place seeking grass and substance like water. So Arab are not an ethnic. Arabic is not a language by itself. Arabic is a language took a lot of time to become as it is today. Now I see some people in the text chat. They are, you know, Abdul Luba. Focus with me in the text, please, in the topic. Otherwise, I will block you. If there is any Muslim would like to call me, let me know. And please focus with me in the topic. I don't accept a chat out of our topic. If you want to have a private chat with your friends, go somewhere else. So El-Ilah and Il-Lah is the same. It just depends on the timing. This was newer. This was older. This is why we see that many names in the Hebrew. As an example, our Bible says that Jesus, one of his name is Emmanuel. Emmanuel. God is with us. And Muhammad, because he is a thief, he stole names. He have no idea what they mean. And he put them in his book, but yet he claimed that those are God names or angels names. Actually, if we go in the Quran and we ask any Muslim where the name of Israel is coming from, shall we do that? If we go right now to the Quran and we type the word Israel, all right, the word Israel in English appear about 53 times in the Quran. All right. Question, Muslims, where the word Israel is coming from? The Quran keeps saying the children of Israel, the children of Israel, the children of Israel. Okay, who is Israel? Not even a single verse in the Quran tell us who is Israel. Anyone knows why? You see, if you go and read the Bible in the Old Testament, it's going to tell you clearly who is Israel. But the Quran, because it's a theft book, it's an aftermarket, it's a flea market book. The Quran says the children of Israel, but not even once. The God of Islam, he mentioned who is Israel. So now how we will know who is Israel? Any Muslim can tell us? When your Quran says to me, Israel, the children of Israel, okay, that's mean there's a guy, his name is Israel, and there's a children's, they are the children of Israel. Okay, who is Israel? There's no answer. No, the Quran is not a version of the Old Testament, is not a version of the New Testament. Quran is a collection, like a laundry. You know the laundry? You have a laundry bag, and let us say you have a family. So you have a panty for a woman, an underwear for a man, a bra for a woman, a diaper for a child, a pant, a trouser, a shirt, the sheet. Even maybe your neighbors, their laundry is broken, so they bring their sheets and their clothes to you. So the Quran is a collection of a laundry bag. It's coming from everywhere. So Muhammad, he took from the Jews, he took from everybody. Muhammad, he did not hear something, he did not take it and accept it. Just mention to him something, Muhammad, he will make a chapter about it in the Quran. And actually I believe strongly the reason Muhammad, he never mentioned the banana in the Quran, because he never ate it. If Muhammad, he ate one banana, he will call, I guarantee you, a chapter. It's called the chapter of the banana. If Muhammad ever ate one mango, he will make a chapter of the mango. This is why we see him swearing by the fig. Have you ever heard of a God swear by the fig? By the way, Muslims, the word fig, which is teen in Arabic, is that an Arabic word? No, it's not. Zaytun, is that an Arabic word? No, it's not. So why Allah don't use? And the funny, you know, the Quran says that this is a pure Arabic, which is making it funny. I mean, this is a pure Arabic book. Are you sure? Are you sure? Verily, we have sent it down as in Arabic Quran in order you may understand. Hold on. I mean, you see, Let me give you a reason to worship Allah, because our video is name is what? Why we worship Allah. Allah, he sent the Quran in a language which is Arabic. So what the purpose? So you may understand. Okay, but the Muslims don't speak Arabic. What is the biggest country of Muslims in the world? Indonesia. How many of them speak Arabic? Let me assume maybe 10,000 who learned in Saudi Arabia. What about the rest of the 300 people, 300 million? What about the second country, Bangladesh? What about Pakistan? What about the Muslim Indian? What about the Muslim Chinese? What about the Muslim German? What about the Muslim English? What about the Muslims from everywhere? How those people, they may understand? Allah, he sent the Quran in Arabic so you may understand. But yet the Muslim, they say to us, Islam is international languages. Oh, sorry, international religion. You know what I mean? Islam, Muhammad, he is a prophet for all mankind. But the Quran says something very funny and very weird. He sent the Quran in Arabic so you might understand. And by the way, the Arabic today of the Arab is not the same as the Arabic of the Quran. This is why Muslims, they have a very hard time to understand, even though they speak Arabic. Even the one who speak Arabic do not understand the Quran. And you will find that every verse in the Quran have hundreds and hundreds of interpretation, and they don't agree with each other. This is why the Muslims, when they give interpretation for the Quran, they finish it by saying, by a statement saying, Allah knows best. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, hold on. Oh, here we go. So Allah knows best. Okay. So why you are making interpretation for the verse if you do not know anyway? Now I'm really convinced that I should worship Allah, because Allah, he sent me the Quran in Arabic, which you may understand, and then at the end of the day nobody understand, and then they say to us Allah knows best. Any Muslim? Any Muslim want to call us and share with us? No problem, by the way. Feel free, please. If there's any Muslim would like to call us, let me start my Skype. You can call me in my name there, Debate TV, and I will be happy to have a conversation with you. So Allah sent the Quran in Arabic. Here we go. We are okay. I have a Muslim actually here. His name is Shahid. He is telling me he is going to invite a Muslim scholar to debate me, and he is saying I will let you know when. That's good. He is more than welcome to call me this Muslim scholar, as he called him. All right. By the way, any Muslim can call me. You do not need to be a scholar. I mean, you see, I see Muslims have articles about debating Christian Prince, and they are making challenge for me, but yet they cannot find me. And those articles are made like 15 years ago, and still they cannot find Christian Prince to debate him. But Christian Prince every day almost here, and we stay here for hours and hours, and nobody call us. Anyway, so Allah, he made the Quran in Arabic so you may understand. All right, Muslims. If Allah is all knowledgeable and Allah is the Almighty God, and Allah, he knew that sooner or later people from Pakistan, they will become Muslims. People from Bangladesh, which all of it is India, you know, let us say Indian of India, the true India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, all of those, China. How somebody from China who speak the language of he will understand Arabic? You Muslims, do you accept the translation of the Quran? They say no. No Muslim accept the translation of the Quran. So what the purpose of the translation? How we can pray to Allah? You have to pray to Allah in Arabic. Hold on, Allah is saying in the Quran, you may understand. So you may understand, and this is why I made it in Arabic. So how a Chinese who don't speak Arabic is going to pray to Allah in Arabic? So this is what the Muslims they do. They type the letters for their children's in Arabic pronunciation, but not in Arabic language. Let me make it clear for you. A Muslim, he want to pray to Allah and he want to show us that he knows Islam. So he said this. Bismillah al-Rahman al-Rahim. Okay, now you hear him, you think what? You think he is reading Arabic. He is not. He have resembles of the text in Arabic to make it sound Arabic, but he's not reading Arabic. He do not know Arabic. He don't even knows what the word mean. So here I wanna ask a question for the Muslims. If Allah is Almighty and He is God, why He is sending the Quran in Arabic language to people who don't understand Arabic? You see, if you go in the Hadith, the Quran says, if you don't understand the Quran, ask those who know. Ask the Christians and the Jews specifically, not those who knows. Ask the Christians and the Jews. Ahl al-Dhikr. Now, if we go in the Hadith, we will find the following. And please focus with me, Muslim. Don't be upset. Okay, take it easy. The whole purpose of this conversation is to educate you, not to insult you. I'm not really here to insult anyone, seriously. But you know, the truth hurt, and I understand that very well. Now, if we go and search for some hadith, as an example, this one, that Allah He sent the Quran in 7 Arabic dialect. Oh my Lord. What? 7 what? Allah sent the Quran as 7 Quran. Allah He sent the Quran as 7 Quran. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. 7. Why 7? The Prophet so was present, okay, at the pool of Bani Qurayza. You might hear the word pool, you think they are swimming in a pool. This is not what it says. Now, okay, what happened? And then he said, Allah has commanded you. Jibril came to him. Who is the one who came? Jibril. Now guys, do you see what I was saying about Allah and AL and EL? You see the word Jibril? Do you notice the word Jibril? Look with me. Jibril. What is the last 2 letters? EL. EL. Muhammad, he claimed that those are the names of his God angels, but those cannot be the names of his God, because all the Quran never mention El. Who is El? Is El an Arabic word? No. Is Jibreel an Arabic word? No. But he just told us that Allah He sent the Quran in Arabic. Let it go. Have some mercy and be forgiven. Then he says, Jibreel came to him and said, what Jibreel he said? Allah has commanded you to make your community read, between 2 brackets, the Quran in 1 harf, which mean in 1 dialect. Okay. The Prophet said, Abdul, listen carefully. The Prophet said, I beg you Allah, His burden, I beg you, beg you, beg you. Yes, sir. I can boogie. Boogie, boogie. We need more letters. Yes, sir. You know, I beg you, Allah, burden and forgiveness. My community has not strength to do so. What the heck? What? Allah sending message to Muhammad. Muhammad, he answered the phone. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam, brother. This is Prophet Muhammad. Yes, with you, the head of the quarter of the Department of Finance and Taxation. I am Jibril. Yes, sir. How you doing? I hear you. Is my voice clear? So speak again, please. What you said. Is my voice clear? Do you want to change your gear? No. Is my voice clear? So Muhammad, he said, after he heard the message of Allah, who he is saying to him, I send you the Quran to be read in one letter. I mean, what is the purpose of this message? I mean, you send the Quran as the Quran. That's it. Do you need to see a letter or two or three? Then Muhammad, he got angry. He said, please, please, Allah, please, please don't do that. Allah, my community, they cannot handle it. This is too much. Allah, here and stop. I have to stop you. My community cannot do that. Then Allah, he went to the bedroom and he started thinking, well, you know what, Muhammad is right. His community cannot do the Quran in one letter. So we should give them the Quran in two letters, two dialect, two languages, which is two, but the two of them is Arabic. I mean, how funny it is. So he came for the second time and he told him the same thing. What does that mean? He came the second time. He said, okay, Allah, he gave you the Quran in two letters. Muhammad, he said, please, Allah, please, two letters is not enough, Allah. Please, 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 this is not good. My people cannot handle it. The angel, he went back. He knocked at the door of Allah. He said to Allah, I have a bad news for you. Allah said, what? He said, the Prophet Muhammad, he said his nation, they cannot handle it. They can't understand the Quran if we send it into dialect. So Allah, he sent him one more. That is a third time. Muhammad, he received the Quran now in three letters, which means three times, three Qurans. Muhammad, he said the same. Please, Allah, Allah, please, please, for the sake of Zakir Naik and for the sake of the long beard of a brother Sabir Ali, please don't do that to us. We cannot handle it. So the angel Jibril came back, and this time he gave him four letters. Muhammad still is unhappy. Please, please, Allah, please, Allah, for the sake of Hillary Clinton, for the sake of every 7-Up made in America, an iPhone, please, Allah, fix that. My nation cannot handle it. So Jibril, he came to him back, and he have the fifth Quran. Now we have five. Muhammad, he said, please, please, Allah, I seek burden from Allah. I beg you, I beg you, I beg you. My nation cannot handle it. Jibril, he went back, and this time he came with the sixth Quran. Muhammad, he said, please, please, Allah, I beg you, Allah, I beg you, let me kiss your hand, let me kiss your feet, please, Allah, send me more Quran. This is not enough. My nation cannot handle it. So Allah, he sent the seventh Quran. Allah sent 7 Qur'ans so the Arab, they might understand. Guys, are you listening? Allah, he sent the Quran in 7 letters to the Arab, so may the Arab understand. If the Arab need Quran, 7 Quran to understand the Quran, 7, not 1, which means in 7 languages of the Arab, because Arab supposedly, as I said, there's nothing called Arab actually. You know, there's everybody have his own collection of languages. Allah he sent the Quran in 7 Quran, so the Arab they might understand. Question Muslims, why Allah don't send the Quran in Urdu? Why the Arab they get 7 Quran and the Urdu get 0? 7 Quran in Arabic, and yet the Arab cannot understand the Quran in 6 Quran. 5 Quran is not enough to understand the Quran. 3 Quran is not enough to understand the Quran. 2 Quran is not enough to understand the Quran. 1 Quran is not enough. 7. And by the way, after Allah he sent the 7 Qurans to Muhammad, still the Arab do not understand the Quran. Do you see the reason we should worship Allah? I mean, this is the most stupid, dumb story ever I heard in my life. But what is the purpose behind this story? The purpose is very simple. Muhammad, when he recite Quran, people they ask him to recite it again. He say it different way. So people they say to him, what is that? This is not what you said to us yesterday. He said, Allah, he sent to me the Quran in 7 different way. So he's covering his ass 7 times. So he can recite the same verse in 7 times in different way, because he cannot repeat the same verse twice. That's all. And now I get a very clear proof that we should worship Allah. Now Muslims, you say that the Quran is preserved. Okay, where is the 7 Qurans? Any Muslim can show me the 7 Qurans? What is the 7s? Any Muslim there, he can show me the 7 Quran. As you see, your prophet confirmed that Allah he sent him 7 Quran. Can I see them? Did you preserve the 7 Quran? Or maybe the goat ate it? Any Muslim would like to call me life? Who is a Muslim? He have the courage and the knowledge to call me life. No? So Muslims agree, obviously. By the way, the Muslims, they made articles long time ago about how to debate a Christian Prince. The article is saying, I wish I can have it again. I found it by mistake actually. The article saying, if a Christian Prince he asks you a question, don't say yes, don't say no, because he will trick you. If he say the prophet is good, don't say yes. If he says bad, don't say no, because he will trick you. If he say whatever he say, don't say yes, don't say no. And this is the only way to debate a Christian Prince. And this is why Shabir Ali, he ran from debating me, because he don't know what to say. If he say yes, he is in trouble. If he say no, he is in trouble. This is God. And who is Muhammad to correct his God? Guys, if you read this story here in front of us, that's mean Muhammad was right and Allah was wrong. Because do Allah knows that 1 Quran is not enough? Obviously not. Secondly, do Muhammad know that Allah is wrong? Obviously yes, because he didn't agree with him with 1 Quran. The verse saying, or the hadith saying, Allah commanded you to make your community read in 1 Quran. Commanded you. Why Muhammad he is opposing this command, saying it's not enough, it's not right, we cannot do it this way? You know what I mean? How this happened? Those who they are in text, you know, don't force me to block you. Don't say somebody speak about me wrong. None of your business. People they can say whatever they want about me. I do not need the lawyers here. People they can say whatever they want about me. I am not God. And people they have a freedom to say, you know, so what, you want people to say good things about me only? Why? I'm perfect? Maybe somebody don't like me, that's fine. Now, focus on the topic, otherwise I will block you. And feel free to say anything you want about me. That I don't care, because I have a protection of Jibreel. Jibreel and the angels and all the believers of Allah, they are in my back. Especially when Muhammad he have a fight with his wives, Allah and the angels and Jibreel and all everybody is supporting him. Now, yeah, somebody asking, Michael is asking, do we have 7 versions of the Quran in 7 tablet or 1 tablet? No, I think maybe the tablet of Allah have 7 Quran, but like there's chapters, you know, I mean, he divided. Maybe you don't know. You know, Muhammad he said that the Quran of Allah is preserved between the eyes of an angel, his name Israfil. Israfil, this is the angel who is in charge of the protection of the Quran. And look how Allah is so serious this time to protect the Quran. He put his tablet between the eyes of the angel Israfil. But Israfil, he have another job. He is the one who is going to blow the trumpet. You know, this is another job. So first job is to preserve the tablet between his eyes. Second job is to blow the trumpet, which is very logical actually, you know. Think about it. I mean, this is all is science, pure science. And the funny that the tablet is made from, or let us say the frame is made from rubies. You see, Allah, he like to see things like us, like rubies, gold. Make a difference for him. How silly. Why rubies? I mean, what about CD drive, you know, hard drive? And the tablet is so big to the point that the distance between the eyes of Israfil is the same distance between the earth and the heaven. Actually, let me see if I can give you the hadith. Let us see. Anyway, let's search here in English. Okay. You see the stories here. Yeah, the English website doesn't have really much. Anyway, the Israfil is an angel supposedly who is in protection of the tablet. And when you ask the Muslims, is that including the gospel? They say no. They say the tablet, al-Lawhul Mahfuz, is only the tablet which contained the Quran. Question, Muslims, why Allah wanted to protect the Quran but he don't want to protect the Injil? I mean, don't you find that this is very silly? Isn't it that is his book? Are you saying that Allah he wasted his time, he wrote the book? And why Allah want to preserve the Quran for him in the heaven? What for? Why preserve it in a tablet? Allah have a short memory? You know, if a Muslim kid, as Muslims they say, he can memorize the Quran, like they start in a very early age, like 5 years old, they force him by beating him by the stick. So by the age of 9, he will memorize the Quran by heart. If a child at the age of 9 he can memorize the Quran, why Allah need a tablet? What is the purpose of the tablet? You see, God gave Moses tablet because Moses is a human being. He have a short memory. He might forget one, he might forget two, he might forget a word. According to the Quran, by the way, Allah he gave the whole Torah in the tablet, which is very funny. The whole Torah. So you can imagine how many tons of rocks Moses he carried in his back, because the whole Torah was given to Moses in tablets. Any Muslim? No, Allah's size is very well known. You see, the Quran says the size of Allah. Let me show you. Let's go to the Arabic Quran. We know already the size of Allah. Because the size of his chair is usama wal ard, the same size of the earth and the space. And that means that Allah or the Quran consider that the space, which means the sky, and the earth have one size. It's like a square mile. So if you go to chapter 2 verse number 255, it says the following. Okay, let us see. His throne doth extend over the heavens and the earth, and he fleeth no fatigue. Doesn't say that, by the way. This is false translation. It says, it doesn't say extend over. It says the same size as the earth as at the heaven. Wiso, this is the size, which means as if you are saying the width. Let us change the translation. Okay, yeah, you see, I think all of them they copy from Yusuf Ali, because I see that most of the translations of those translations, they are copy of Yusuf Ali. However, Muhammad, he proved to us that Allah is so small. How we know that? The answer is here. It says, Allah Messenger said, before he, I asked Allah Messenger, where was our Lord before he created his creation? Where was our Lord before he created his creation? So there was nothing. Muhammad, he said, he was above the cloud, below which was air, and above which was air and water. Any Muslims can explain to us how this happened? If Allah created nothing yet, why your prophet he consider that there is water and there is air above and there is air under? Where is this water located? Where? There was nothing. There was water and air above and air under. Any Muslim here? Guys, don't forget please to copy the link of the video and post in Facebooks in any page you have. Obviously you guys are not helping. Most of those who come here, they just come to watch and have some fun, drink some tea, and they don't really care. So those who care, all right, please copy the link of the video and share in Facebook. You do not need me to remind you to do that, so we can get more people to come and listen. All right, you will lose nothing, you know. You just copy a link and post it. It's not like we are asking you for to spend money. So obviously the Muslims, they have no idea who's Allah, and Muhammad is giving answers and nobody knows where he got this answer. Where Muhammad he got this answer from? Any Muslim can tell me? How Muhammad knew where Allah was before? Is that from the Quran? How Muhammad knew that in the top of Allah there is air and underneath of Allah is air? How you can say even the top of Allah and underneath of Allah? That's mean Allah is inside the box and there is air all around him, and there is something in the top and there is something underneath. Are you following Muslims? What is above Allah? What is under Allah? And Allah is above the water. That means he's smaller than the water. And what he is doing over the water? I will give you three options. He was doing fishing, or skiing, or trying to see his face because the water is calm and there is no wind. Obviously Muhammad is trying to copy from the Bible, but the Bible doesn't say that. The Bible says that the whole earth was covered by water, and this is even proven by science. But it's not God over the water. God is, you know, when I say God is over the water, that's it. He is over the water. But you know, if you look at this space and you see how huge it is, that's mean we have to have water at least equal to that space. How big Allah is, how small he is. Obviously he's so small. You see that scientists, the spaceships, NASA, and all you know, science organization in the world, in Russia, in China, in Japan, they are trying to find a planet have water. Until now they could not find any. But based in this story here, there's a massive water, because Allah, remember, the width of Allah's chair is the width of the space. But yet we cannot find that water. Don't tell me that Allah's throne is in the top of a cup of water. That would be funny. So the chair of Allah is in the width of the whole sky, and he is in the top of the water, but we cannot find the water. Do we have any Muslim here? He have a problem with what we said. Any Muslim here, he agree or disagree? Huh? Any Muslim? Let us see. I'm trying to find you a hadith. Let us see. There is a hadith which I find it interesting to show it to you. All right. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to find what you are looking for. See, we are doing this live, you know. Yeah, but it's okay. Maybe later I can find it. Anyway, there's a hadith where it says that, you know, you can, you know, if Muhammad, he says that there is 7 earth and 7 heaven, and if you if you take uh, a rope and you go down, you will land in the top of Allah. Let us see. Seven earths. Anyway, if you see here Muhammad how he is teaching, as the Quran teach, that there is seven earths and there is seven heavens. So if you are going to do something bad to Allah, Allah will take you down to the seven earth. What does that mean? How we have seven earth down? What's seven earth down? Any Muslim can tell us? If you do something bad, Allah will send you down to the seven earth. Any Abdul? Read with me this hadith here as an example. The Prophet said, whoever take a piece of land other unjustly, but Muhammad, he took everybody land. He will sing down the seven earth on the day of resurrection. Where is the seven earth? Any Muslim knows? Where we can find the seven earth? And there is seven heaven and seven earth. And you will notice that Muhammad is fabricating things. He's stuck with numbers, and those numbers 7s, 40, 72, 3, you know, like this. If you type the word 7 in the Quran, you will be amazed about how many times even Allah in the judgment day, he is going to insert in the anus of the Muslim who don't pray to Allah a 70 cubit chain in his anus. Is that correct, Muslims? So everything is 70. Your reward 70 virgins. Allah will insert 70 cubit in your anus. I mean, everything is 70. It says in the Quran. Let's switch to Arabic. Chapter 69. Even the name of the chapter is a miracle. I mean, look at this. The chapter number is 69, and it says, and in his anus insert 70 arm long chain. I mean, this is God. Muslim, seriously, is that God? God will insert in the anus of people chain which is 70 arms? What kind of God this God is? If we go to read the interpretation of this, let us see the interpretation. Hold on. So the Muslim, they might because they might say it doesn't say that. Hold on. Let me open the interpretation books. Okay, here we go. We go to chapter 69. Oh, we want to go to tafsir. Hold on. Ibn Kathir, because the Muslims like Ibn Kathir more than the rest. All right, we go to 69. And now we go to verse number 32. All right. ثم في سلسلة ذراعها 70 ذراعا فأسلكوا Okay, translation please. Then fasten him on a chain whereof the length of 70 cubit. And fasten him? Doesn't say really fasten him. Let us see what it is. Ka'b al-Ahbar said, every ring of it will be equal to the entire amount of iron found in this world. Look how big this chain is. Every ring of this chain is 70 arm. Hold on. How this chain is 70 arm only, but yet the ring, each ring, have more iron than all the iron in the world. I mean, that's, you cannot do that. Because one ring, it should be, in this case, if we will put all the iron in the world in one ring, that will make the ring maybe 17 miles by itself, maybe more. I don't know how. This is impossible. It's stupid. Then he continued. Each cubit is going to be 4 arms length of an angel. Of wow. Ibn Jurayj said, fasten him, it will be entered into his buttocks. Into what? Into what? The art of Hollywood horror movie. You see, in Hollywood, when they show you those things, I mean, look at this guy, look at it. Okay, it will be entered into his buttocks. You Muslims, you better save a lot of Vaseline. Things is going to be messed up. And pulled out of his mouth. What the heck? That's amazing. So beautiful. Then it will arranged. Then they will be arranged on his chain, just like lotus, or arranged on a stick that is being roasted. Oh, what a nice barbecue. So Allah here is making barbecue. Now we got the point. He put the chain in the anus of the Abdul, and this chain is so huge, to the point that every ring of it is equal to all the iron in the world. I mean, that makes sense. By the way, this is a pure science. You can do that. And you know, anyway, Allah, he owned all the iron in the world, right? Do we have any Muslim here? He agree, he disagree? Any Muslim? Then he continued. The story is not over. All right. So they extract the same as they put him in a stick, and then Ibn Abbas says, and this is the cousin of Muhammad, it will be run, which means the chain, it will be run into his behind, which means his ass, his anus, until it's brought out of his nostrils. What? What? From where? You believe it? Do you see where the chain is going to go through? The chain will go in the anus, and then they will take it from the nose. So he will not be able to stand in his feet. And they continue describing this chain. They say, if a drop of lead like this, and he pointed to the skull bone, were sent from the heaven to the earth, it is a distance of 500 years travel. Ew. Guys, do you see how big this chain, and all this chain is just to insert it in the anus of one person? 500 years of a travel. If a drop of the chain is measured, drop, just a drop, Any Abdul have a comment? I mean, this is enough reason to believe in Allah. If Allah he is not God, he will not be able to have such a huge chain. Only gods can afford to buy a chain like this. And not only this, only gods can carry a chain like this. And not only God, wise God, they will insert chain in the anus of a human being. Hey Muslims, the chain of this chain, which is so huge to the point that the ring, each ring have all the iron of the world, how we can insert it in a small anus of a human being? If every ring have equal iron to all the iron in the world, when he say the world, by the way, he don't say only the earth, all the world. How we can put such a ring in the anus of a smaller human being? He is 5 or 6 foot tall. How big his anus is? Somebody told you the anus of a human being is the Grand Canyon? Even the Grand Canyon cannot take it. Before you insert this chain in his anus, the guy will be explode. Will turn pieces. Maybe Allah will provide you at that time with extended anus. Well, Allah can make miracles. He will give you maybe a rubber anus, like the kind which will never, you know, ripped off. Doesn't matter what you insert in it. I'm sure there's many people they are convinced now that Allah is great, you know, and that's amazing. Me myself, I'm convinced that Islam must be true religion, and this is Quran. I mean, this is Quran. Allah in the Quran saying He will insert things in the anus of people. That's so beautiful. I'm very thankful for Allah for thinking about our anus. This is the true God. True God is the one who is thinking about every inch of us to the point he is thinking about our anus. You see how important the anus of a human being? To the point Allah, the Creator, the Almighty, He is focusing right now in the anus. Hey, in your anus, do you see this hole there? Yes, sir. I will insert here. I will insert a big, huge chain. Please, Allah, don't. I will do it. Allah, please, please. I will do it. Allah, this is too big. Can you make it smaller? No. Sorry. I mean, that's amazing. It's amazing. It's so beautiful. It's so logical. It's so convincing. Any Muslim, he don't agree with this. Any Muslim, he think we are not being fair. You see, I am just showing you what Muslims believe, and this is their books. None of those words are mine. I did not even say one word of my own. Not even one word. Everything is just in the front of your eyes. So we go back to the topic. What is the reason for Muslims to worship Allah and His Messenger? Is that because of those funny stories? You see, in this website here in front of me, let me show you. This is a Muslim website. Where is the website? Here we go. Hold on. Question number 4. Why should we worship Allah? What is His philosophy of a prayer and fasting and Hajj? The brief answer that is, the purpose of worshipping is to fulfill the needs of Allah. What? What the heck? Allah have needs? Guys, do you see what the Muslims are saying in their website? How the Muslim they say to us, Allah is self-contained, he have no needs, and then he say that when we worship Allah, we fulfill the needs of Allah, and by obeying him we give some benefit to him. Like, what the heck? Allah get a benefit from our prayer? By obeying him, what? He get interest? And Allah, when we worship him, we fulfill the needs of Allah. What is that needs? You have some ego? Any Muslim here can explain to us what's happening? As you see, this is not my answer, by the way. Don't tell me I'm making things up. As you see, I'm showing you the website. Okay, this is not my website. I have nothing to do with it. Here we go. You see, this is alislam.org. Here we go. alislam.org. I have nothing to do with it. Not even one word from my own. Any Muslim here? Allah have needs? What is the needs? You know, there's a guy once, he came to argue with me in YouTube, and sorry, in Baltok. He called himself the sword of Allah, and he was an African American convert to Islam. And this guy, he argue, and then after some time he made a video on YouTube. In the beginning he was defending Islam, but he could not resist for long. So then he made a video, and I remember carefully what he said. He said, "Hey guys, I'm leaving Islam. I mean, what the point of this God, Allah? You know, I mean, look at this. He created us to worship him. Are you lonely or something?" Honest to God, this is what he said. You can go right now and search for his video in YouTube. The sword of Allah. This is his nickname. He said, after he left Islam, "I'm not going to worship this God. He created us to worship him. Created us to worship him. Are you lonely or something?" Yes, he is lonely, as you see. He wants us to worship him, to fulfill his needs. And this is the definition is given by the Muslim scholars, not me. And when we do obey Allah, we give some benefit to him. Yeah, Sahih Nom is posting the video in YouTube about that. Are you lonely or something? Absolutely correct. And the funny, this guy, he used to argue with me. He want to debate me why Islam is good, and then he could not handle it. He left Islam, and he found that Islam is a stupid religion. You know, like there's many things about the God of Islam. It's very stupid and very funny. As an example, Allah, he loved those who sneeze. I mean, what? What? Allah loves those who sneeze. So here we pray for him, we worship him, so he got a benefit and we fulfill his needs. Okay, when we sneeze, what is the need of Allah for that? Why Allah get happy if we sneeze? Any Muslim have an idea? Read with me, please. Abdul, read with me. And this is Sahih. This is Sahih. Here we go. Sahih Bukhari. Sahih. Sahih Bukhari again. Sahih. Okay. What it says? Huh? The translation, by the way, is not correct. It says here Allah likes sneezing. It doesn't say he likes sneezing. It says yuhib. He love. Not like. He love. Here is a better translation. Read with me, guys. The Prophet says Allah loves sneezing and he dislikes yawning. What? What? Okay, Muslims, why Allah he loves sneezing and he dislikes yawning? I'm trying to understand this Allah. What kind of Allah he is? And look, Allah now he give us the Prophet of Allah, the all-wise, the book of wisdom. The Muhammad is like a walking library of wisdom. He said, but as regard yawning, it is from Satan. I mean, this is scientifically correct. So sneezing is from Allah and yawning is from Shaitan. We got it. So if one of you yawns, he should try his best to stop it. For when you yawns, Satan laugh at him. The Shaitan now, not me. Shaitan is laughing because somebody did. What? I mean, I'm really convinced that the Prophet must be a prophet of God. How the Prophet know this unless he is a prophet? I mean, can't you tell? Are you blind? Are you deaf? This is a pure 100% clear wisdom. No one knows those things save God and his prophet Muhammad, who is Allah in the same time. Actually, once I opened a chat room in the Islamic section in Paltalk, and I call it "Let us sneeze for the sake of Allah." The Muslims, they got so upset and they went to the admins, the company controllers, to close my room. I mean, what I did nothing wrong. I just said, let us sneeze for the sake of Allah. Because the more we sneeze, the more Allah is happy. I'm just trying to make Allah happy. Why Muslims get upset? They get upset because they found how silly, stupid their God is. Actually, I will make a short video later about this, so people they can laugh. Do we have any Muslim have a comment about Allah loves sneezing? Anyone? Guys, what if we start an organization? It's called Islamic Sneezing International Community. What do you think? Or let us call it SNZ, Sneeze for Allah. Yeah, once I saw a Muslim video saying the Prophet is teaching the Muslims good manner, and this is why he ordered them to stop sneezing and at least to cover their mouth with their hand, and he's trying to make it's about health. But that's not the reason, you idiot liar. Oh, sorry, when he yawn, not sneezing. When he yawn, you have to cover your hand with your hand. The reason is because he said if you don't cover your mouth with your hand, Shaitan will enter inside you. Actually, we can show it to you here. Hold on. When you open your mouth, Shaitan, he will enter. Let us see if we can find it. Guys, look at this. Look at this hadith. Anyone see with me? Oh boy. Oh boy. The Prophet said, sneezing, dozing, yawning during salah, during prayer, and ministration is from Shaitan. What? Even women menstruation is coming from the Shaitan? Ah, women, now we know your secrets. You have your period because the Shaitan is doing something to you. I was wondering all my life why women they have period. I could not figure it out. But finally, with the wisdom of the Prophet, we learned that sneezing and dozing, I'm asleep. Dozing is from Shaitan. If somebody is sleepy, he is from Shaitan. If somebody doing poo-poo, that's from Shaitan. Nosebleed is from Shaitan. I mean, that's pure science. Look, look, look. A nose bleeds. Any Muslim here? You are an idiot. Please read that and mind the pronunciation. What, you know? Read it. You can. What about you? Call me and you read it. My English is not good. I am illiterate like your prophet. I do not know how to read. I do not know how to write. Call me and read it for us. Call me. Here we go. Guys, do you think this guy he can call me? Call us and read for us. It doesn't matter. It says all of them they are from Shaitan. Your prophet is counting everything there is from Shaitan, and look what he said. He said this. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. I will let my computer read for you. Are you happy? Okay, I think computer can do better. All right. Okay. I just let the computer read.
From Adi, and he is Abi and David, from his father, from his grandfather, from the Prophet, sneezing, dozing and yawning during salat, and menstruation, regurgitation and nosebleeds are from Shaitan.
Do you see it? From a Shaitan. I like it this way. From a Shaitan. All of this is from a Shaitan. From Shaitan. And the funny, the Muslim, they don't translate the word Shaitan. They don't say Satan. I mean, what's the point of the whole translation without using the word Satan in English? Aren't you translating? So Abdul, who don't agree with my reading, what about you call us and read for us? How smart your prophet when he said that women menstruation is from Shaitan, from Satan, that nose bleeding from Satan, that's poo-poo from Satan, that's yawning from Satan, that being sleepy is from Satan. Any smart Abdul here? Who's the Abdul wanna call me live? Correct me. This is my account in Skype. For free. You know, call me and prove me wrong, and I will give you one of my books for free. You pay for nothing. I will pay for shipping, I will pay for handling, and for sure the book in the top of it. What do you say? Any book for your choice. Qur'an and Science in depth, Deception of Allah, Le Secret du Prophète Arabe, you know, the book in German. I mean, what you name it, what do you want? Swedish. Who is the Muslim wanna call me? Nobody. That's not new. They complain, but they have no answer. They are ashamed of their prophet. That's obvious. They knew that this is funny and very stupid, right? The wise prophet and the wise Allah and the amazing Muhammad, but as you see, none of that is true. Actually, Muhammad, he said in different hadith that women menstruation is the reason for women to go to hell. You know, I can show the proof right now. And that is a reason, additional reason to worship Allah and to worship Muhammad, because Muhammad need to be worshipped. Obviously, he's God. He knew even what Allah do not know. Look what Muhammad he said. Read with me, Abdul. Narrated from the authority, okay, of etc. Abdullah ibn Umar. Then a messenger of Allah, he said, all right, oh women folk, you should give a charity. This is a warning for women. Okay, why what happened? And ask much forgiveness. So this is a special message to the women. For I saw you in a block amongst the dwellers of hell. Eesh. Why? Why? A wise lady, guys, notice here the hadith saying a wise lady. By the way, in Arabic it doesn't say that. Just to show you Muslim translation, the add words does not exist. In Arabic it says فَقَالَتْ إِمْرَأَ مِنْهُنَّ. Let us say she is a little bit more she's speaking out person, Jazila, among them. Why? And actually she's wise, I had to admit, she's more wise than Muhammad. She said to Muhammad, why is that? Like, why we will be most of us in hellfire? Why? Messenger of Allah said that our folk in a block in hell. Why? Upon this, the Prophet, he said, you curse too much and are ungrateful to your spouse. I have seen none lacking in common sense. So Muhammad is giving us reasons now why women they will go to hell. Number one, they curse a lot, they are not obedient to their spouse, and they have no common sense, stupid, and failing in religion. Robbing the wisdom of the wise. Beside you. Upon this, this woman, she said, continue saying, what is wrong with our common sense and with our religion? They are Muslims. Those are Muslim women. So they have a problem, two problems, common sense and religion. The Holy Prophet, he said, your lack of common sense can be judged from the fact that the evidence of two women are equal to one man, which means he means the Quran. The Quran says that two women are equal to one man as a witness, and they witness only in the case of borrowing money only. Other cases they are not allowed to witness, period. So Muhammad proving that women they have a lack of intelligence. How? He didn't say, he gave no proof. He just said the Quran says that. The Quran says that one man is equal to two women. Hello. And then he continues saying that is a proof of lack of common sense. Ew, that's suspense. And you spend some night and days which you do not offer prayer in Ramadan. Why? Because they have their menstruation. Here they did not say in the translation. If we go in different hadith, you will see it says that. So Muhammad, according to Muhammad, the reason that those women they will go to hell because they have a lack of sense or logic and they have their menstruation. Any Muslim can explain to us? Is that really a reason for a woman to go to hell because she had menstruation? Read with me. I have not seen any among those lacking in intellect and religion, who are more difficult upon people possessing reasons and insight than you. Muhammad is speaking to women. A woman among them said, and what is the deficiency of her intellect and religion? He said, the testimony of two women among you is like the testimony of a man, and the deficiency of your religion is ministration. I mean, this is amazing, man. All what I'm reading is Persian scholars. All your religion is based on the Persian. Who is Salman al-Farisi? Look at this Abdul, guys. He's saying, I'm reading Persian scholars. So what if they are Persian scholars? Why you approve them then? Why the best of Islamic books after the Quran is Persian? You tell me. You tell me. Persian scholars. The Shia Muslim, they worship the Persian. The Muslim Sunni, they follow Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, and both of them, they are Persian. Is that my problem? The Prophet did not say that. Prove it. Guys, the Prophet did not say that. Prove it. Prove it. Isn't it the Quran says that a Muslim man, his prayer is broken if he touch women and shit? Is that true? Suz, is that true? Are you going to say to me that the Quran is weak? Does the Quran says if a man he touch women or shit, his prayer is not accepted? Yes or no? Or show me, guys. This is contradicting the scribe of the Quran. He just quote for you Quran. The Quran says women are not allowed to be a witness only in one case. Two women are equal to one. Is that the Quran saying or no? Suz, why you don't call me? Call me, Suz. I like to hear you. Don't you want to explain yourself to people? Show me where in the Quran this is against this. I challenge you. Can you? Who is the Muslim? He want to help Mr. Suz to show us where the Quran contradict this. Actually, he just quote for you the Quran. I'm waiting for the answer. The Quran is the one who says two women are equal to one man in witnessing, not the hadith. And the Quran is the one who considers women are dirty, even if they don't have menstruation. If you touch a woman, just touch her, is equal to touching shit. Excuse my language. Or we can go right now to the Quran, or we can get that. Let us do it. This is how we do it, right? All right. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تقربوا الصلاة وأنتم سكارى. At that time, the Muslims, they used to pray and they are drunk. And Muhammad don't dare to say to them stop, because at that time he's still weak. So he was hypocrite to them. And look what the verse is saying. Chapter 4, verse number 43. Choose any translation you wish. O ye who believe, approach not the prayer when you are drunk, until you can understand what you say. So the Muslim, they used to go to the prayer, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Alhamdulillah, Razim, and the guy he sleep. They are drunk. And what is behind this story? The Muslims, they went to the mosque, and all of them, they are drunk, and the Arab, the Bedouin, they start laughing at Muhammad and his religion, saying, look at this guy, he is a prophet of God, but yet his followers are a bunch of a drunk. Then he continue. He says that you cannot go and pray unless you clean yourself. All right. Now, and And if you do something of the following, you have a problem. You are unclean. What is that? If you come from the call of nature, or if you have touched a woman, you have to wash. Your prayer isn't accepted. In Arabic it says لامستم النساء. لامستم, just touch, not having sex, just touch the women. لامستم. So if you come from the bathroom, or if you touch a woman, you see it? The Arabic word is clear. لامستم النساء. لامستم in Arabic mean touch. النساء, women. So if you touch women, you have to wash. And look what it says here. You are not allowed to come to pray unless you wash. تغتسلوا وإن كنتم مرضى. And if you are sick, or if you are in trouble, or if one of them, or one of you, came from doing shit, الغائط, or touch women, if you could not find water, then clean yourself by dust. This is funny. I mean, this is stupid. Clean yourself by dust and wipe your face by dust? That's very disgusting and very stupid. That will make you more dirty. Especially if we know the hadith says that dogs used to piss in the mosque of the Prophet. Dogs used to piss in the mosque of the Prophet. Is that correct, Muslims? Let me find the hadith. All right. You see, the Muslims, they say to us, dogs are dirty and unclean. Let us see what was happening. Guys, read with me. Unbelievable. Do you see it? Sahih al-Bukhari. My father said, narrated by Hamza ibn Abdullah, my father said, during the lifetime of Allah apostle, the dogs used to urinate and pass through the mosque, come and go. Nevertheless, they never used to sprinkle water on its urine. Any comment? Any comment? The dog's what? Not one dog. This is not a story about a dog. It says used. Read with me carefully. During the lifetime of Allah apostle, that's mean Muhammad never said to them clean. His lifetime. This is something happening in lifetime of Muhammad. The dogs used many times, used like normal thing. To what? To urinate, not just to go in the mosque. No, they go in the mosque and they start huh? So they urinate and they pass it through the mosque, come and go. Nevertheless, they never ever used to sprinkle water on the urine. I mean, the Prophet was so perfectly clean. They asked the actor Jean-Claude Van Damme how you can maintain yourself and stay healthy all those years, and in this age. He said, and he was doing an interview in Emirat, I think. So he said, I will give you an example. Look at the great example of mankind, the Prophet, peace upon him. You see, this guy, he knew that those Muslims, they are obsessed with Muhammad. He knew they worship Muhammad. So by saying that, he became a superstar. So Jean-Claude Van Damme, he is saying to them, I am healthy because I follow the great example of, but the guy, he never convert to Islam, he don't like Islam, but he is just a scumbag, hypocrite. He need money, he's getting old. The great example for mankind to be clean is the Prophet. Do you know how the Prophet used to clean himself after he do poo or have sex? He dry his hands in the wall. What? He dry his hands on the wall. I am assuming that the house of Muhammad, the wall, it's like the Jokanda, like one of the paint of Da Vinci. You can imagine how many colors in the wall of Muhammad depend on the food he eat. For every time he do poo, Muhammad, he clean his ass with his hand and then he dry his hand on the wall. I mean, that's alone is amazing, isn't it? Yeah, it's normal, it's okay. Hey, by the way, I just received a confirmation that the night before Christmas I going to have a big seminar in one of the big churches in the state. So I will try to broadcast live, but you will not see me, you will hear me, you will see the crowd. All right, I will try to broadcast because I think the church don't mind. I will try to broadcast live with their approval, so you guys can be with us, and we will see how we can do that. All right. Yeah, and I will do it at night time, which means December 24th. Actually, we are two is going to speak about Islam. The other person, he is a Christian minister. Actually, he is the one who invited me. He will speak in the morning, and obviously this person is a wonderful person, you know. He will speak in the morning and I will speak at night time. So night time, that's mean those who they are in Europe, they might be asleep, but you have, I don't know, I mean, you can watch it later, it's okay. All right. Yeah, well, you know, there's some people, they say to me they want to invite me to Europe, but you know, the problem is people, they say they talk too much, but then nothing happened. But this person obviously he is very serious and has a church already, they approved the whole topic, and we will be there. And you know me, I am not a politically correct, and he knew that very well. So nothing will change. I speak, you will see, I speak in a seminar the same way I speak here. Nothing changed. You know, I don't you know, I'm not two person, I'm one person. No, actually many churches are inviting me. Already I have a list of churches to do seminars with them in the winter time. And the reasons, you know, the reason actually I like it to be in winter, I prefer it to be in winter. I have a house and I have to cut the grass. You know, in the last year I went for like a month before the winter is over, and I got 2 tickets from the city for not cutting my grass. In winter time there's no grass to cut, they never grow, you know. Yeah, well, no problem in UK or not, no problem. I mean, it's okay. Actually, you know, we are doing good. You know, people, they are watching our videos, and for me it's more comfortable to do it behind my desk or sitting here, and people around the world, they can watch our videos, and we are doing great. Seminar is no better, you know. It's not a big deal, but I prefer to meet people and to explain to them, you know, it's the kind like you establish kind of better memory, because people, they remember the guy was on the stage and what he said to us more than just a video on YouTube, you know. Yeah, they fine you if you don't cut the grass, absolutely, because they cut it for you. What they do, they send their employees, they cut the grass, and then they send you a ticket, which is very painful. I paid, I think, 200 something. You know, they give you two fine, one for cutting the grass because they cut it for you, and the other fine for not cutting it. Anyway, this is why in winter I will be super busy. I will not be in the country. I will leave the country, and I will be in many countries. At least I will be in 4 countries. All right. Yeah. Anyway, in USA, every city have their own law. Actually, it keep the city clean and neat, right? It's fine. But if you leave, then you have to hire somebody to cut the grass for you. I will be in December 24th, and the reasons, because those Christians, they come from many churches around the state and US and in Canada, I think, and they celebrate together the Christmas. This is why it is December 24th. So we will be in December 24th, and I will be in the 24th night, which is the best time actually, because the big huge crowd, is going to be there. As I said, if people invite me to go to Europe, I will, but if nobody, I'm not going to spend money to go. You see, everything I do is from my pocket, and people, they help us with donation, yes, but just to fly into one place will take 1 month donation just for the tickets, and then the hotels and etc. Nothing is cheap, right? December 24th, I will do a seminar in the state, but it's going to be a big one. Anyway, what's your opinion on how the Middle East was the most developed, advanced regions, and after Islam took over, it was, well, Islam, wherever Islam goes, Islam destroy. You see, the Muslim, they say to you, do you know that civilization when Europe was in the dark ages? My friend, the dark ages of Europe was 1 billion times than the golden ages of the Middle East, as they claim. The golden age of Middle East was what? Was the Muslims and the Arab invading every country, bringing the wealth and the money they steal from Persia, from India, from Syria, from Iraq. This is the golden age. They say to you that, let me count for you how many Muslim scientists was in the golden age. My friend, all the Muslim scientists, they call them, they are not Muslims, and most of them, they are killed for they are considered apostate. In the time of their life, they were harassed, they were killed, they were beaten to death, and now they are calling them scientists. In the time of their life, who do they call? They call them scientists. They were not considered Muslims. Ibn Khaldun, the philosopher Ibn Khaldun, the Muslims are so proud about him. Do you know what Ibn Khaldun he said? Let me see what Ibn Khaldun said. If maybe I can show it to you in English. He said that the Arab are savage, and they are willing to burn a library or a palace to take the wood and the pages to cook on them. Let me see, I will try to find the reference. Where is Ibn Khaldun? Anyway, you can search for it. You can search what Ibn Khaldun said about the Arab. You know. So what they call them scholars, and they are proud about them. Actually, those people, they were harassed, they were killed. They are considered not Muslims, and actually most of them, they are not even Muslims. They left Islam. There's a very, very big scholar in Islam. His name is Abu Bakr al-Razi. Abu Bakr al-Razi. If we go to the official website of the government of Jordan, until now they have his books there. Here. If we go in Arabic and we check the list of the books, you will see this is At-Tabari, is a Makhshari, it's okay, Al-Qurtubi, Shawkani, okay. Where is Al-Razi? Anyway, this guy Al-Razi in the beginning of his life was trying like a crazy to defend Islam. I can tell he was a believer. Then this guy, he left Islam, and he said clearly, my find is very simple. Allah did not create anything. He cannot be the creator. What is Al-Razi? I'm having hard time to see it. Al-Razi. I'm sure they have his book here. Maybe I miss it. Too many books. Mawardi. Okay. Here we go. Al-Razi. 606 after Muhammad. This guy is a big name. He is a scientist. He is a scholar in Islam. He is. And every Muslim is so proud about Al-Razi. Now if we go and search in Google, who is Al-Razi? You will be surprised. Actually, let us do it right now. Try to ask any Muslim, did you hear about the scientist? His name is Al-Razi. They say no, he was an atheist. I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Actually, there's many articles about it, but I'm trying to find a Muslim website. Okay. All right. I found already many articles. But I'm trying just to find. You see, they are in front of me, but I want something. And by the way, the Muslims are so confused. So the Muslims, some of them, they try to say, no, he wasn't an atheist. You know, he was not. But no, he was an atheist. And, you know, he said it clearly that it's like if we search if I search in Arabic, it's easier for me to find the reference that he was an atheist. Here we go. All those websites speaking about Abu Bakr al-Razi. And this is an article actually made by Muslims. Look what the article is saying. Why the following scientist was killed, and he start counting the names. لماذا قتل الرازي, he was killed, and al-Khwarizmi, he was killed, and al-Kindi, he was killed, and al-Farabi, and he was killed. And those are the greatest names in the history of what the Muslims, they call them Islamic scientists. The answer is simple. They are atheists. Not only that, by the way, you know, all of those, they call them scientists, they suffer a lot. Al-Ghazali, Ibn Rushd, Al-Asqalani, Al-Sahrudi, Ibn Hayyan, etc. They've been tortured, they've been killed, they've been, you know, jailed, they've been beaten. All of this because they are not Muslims. But Muslims now, they publish tons of articles about the glorious time of Islam. Those people, they were humiliated because of Islam. And Muslims refuse to consider them as Muslims all those centuries. Now they want to prove to you that Islam is a religion of science, so they start quoting their names. You see, the founder of Apple company, his father was Syrian, his real father, but this guy, he did not grow in a Muslim family, and he's not Muslim. Trust me, in 20 years from now, the Muslim, they will say he's a Muslim. In 50 years from now, they may make a book about him, a great Muslim scientist who created the first iPhone. But this guy, he don't give a garbage about Islam. In this article, they count for you how someone like Al-Ma'arri, he was jailed, how Ibn Hayyan was killed, how Ibn al-Munammar was exhorted, or let us say deported, how they burned the library of Al-Ghazali, and they burned the library of Ibn Rushd, and they burned the library of Al-Asfahani, and they accused him of their faith, and how Al-Farabi was accused to be a kafir, same as Al-Razi, same as Ibn Sina, same as Al-Kindi, same as Al-Ghazali. Who's left? One of the greatest writers in the history of the Middle East, his name is Ibn al-Muqaffa. Any one of you heard of the book? It's called the Thousand Night and Night. Anyone remember this book, The Thousand Night and Night? You heard it before? This is the guy who wrote it. Do you know what they did to him? You will not believe it. They accuse him to be kafir, and then they cut his feet and his hands, and at the end they cut his head. But today they speak about the amazing Ibn al-Muqaffa. Who can write like Ibn al-Muqaffa? I agree, this guy is an amazing writer. This guy is an amazing writer. There's no question about that. They will not tell you what they did to them. They are not Muslims, they are out of Islam, and they were killed for that reason, and they tortured them. They cut his hands, they cut his feet, they crucify him, they cut his head. And now They are proud about them. Do you see how hypocrite they are? There's another scholar, his name Jad ibn Durham. They cut his head. I'm just reading the article, by the way. It's in front of me. Those who speak Arabic, they know it. I can give you the article actually in Arabic. You can use Google translation if you wish. All those who they are called the highest scholars of Islam, they've been killed. They are not Muslims. There's a guy, his name is Lisanuddin Ibn al-Khatib. Not only they killed him, they burned his body. There's another scientist, his name Ibn al-Farid. They chase him and he run. Nobody knows where he go. One of the most bigger names of history in the Middle East, or let's say historian and the researcher, his name is As-Saharudi. He was killed. Even the Muslim scholars of the Muslim Sunni, you see, the Muslim Sunni have 4 sects. The Muslim Sunni have 4 sects. One of them, his name is Ibn Hanbal. Ibn Hanbal, this is their scholar. I mean, this is not a joke. This is a Muslim guy. This is for sure a Muslim. This is not an atheist. This guy Ibn Hanbal is not an atheist. He is a Muslim, and he was a Muslim. Even this one, the Caliphate, he tortured him. A philosopher, his name is Al-Kindi, in the age of 60, they took off his clothes in the middle of the city and make him naked, and they did slash him or lash him 60 times, and the Muslims were saying Allahu Akbar, Takbir. And do you know what they said about Ibn Sina? You will never find a Muslim is not proud about Abu Sina, who is a doctor, who is not even an Arab. He is from he's a Persian originally. Their book says that Ibn Sina was the Imam of the atheist. Same as they said about Abu Bakr al-Razi. So who's left? Who's left? Muslims, who's left? I don't want to read the rest because there's still more. But who's left? Nobody left. But yet in their speeches about scientists, the glorious scientists of Islam, we find that all of those are atheists. You see how they lie to you? This is how they lie. Who's left? I don't know. Nobody. Do we have any Abdul would like to call me live? Any Abdul? All right, we are logging off Debate TV Skype. So guys, I want to say thank you for being here. I think it's enough for today. And I want to remind you that we will do our live podcast 3 times a day. However, I'm going to do during the week too, not necessarily 3 times, but the fixed time is a 3 times a week. 3 times a week, which is Sunday and Wednesday and Friday. All of them at 4:30 p.m. All right. Now, during the week, I might do broadcast, and we will. Nightmare, you wanna call me? Okay, let me log in. Nightmare wanna call me, guys. Call me, Nightmare. Go ahead. Yeah, he waited for the last moment. As always, Muslims do that. Answer, Nightmare. I'm calling you. Answer. Are you going to answer or what? Abdul, what's wrong with this guy? Forget it. Oh, he's answering. Yes, Nightmare, what do you want to say to us?
Okay, wait a minute, wait until that, because I have a... Wait. Oh. You hear that?
What?
No, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. From the first second you spoke, I hear you. Go ahead. What do you want to say?
Okay, I saw you about the hadith. You said that Muhammad, he told women they are going to hell because of menstruation.
Oh, so now we are coming for this hadith. We are talking about a different topic. We will go back. No problem. All right.
Okay. Because this are Razi, not all of, because if the Razi, I can tell you the Razi, not everybody think he was atheist. Some historians they say he was not. Okay.
Some. Okay, some. So why he was? So he was killed or not?
No, I don't check. I checked. I only checked.
Why he was killed if he was not an atheist? What is the reason to kill him?
No. I didn't check whether he was.
Hey, don't talk about something you do not know. Now let us go to the topic you want to talk about.
Because he may kill him for.
Why he was killed? For what?
It could be for political reason.
Political reason. Okay, why he was a he was a governor. He was a governor. He was going for election.
No, we don't know.
Okay. Yeah, no, we know. The books of history. The books of history says why. Now let us go to the topic you want to talk about. Why women they will not go to hell according to your prophet? What do you got to prove?
You say they are going. He told them because you curse too much and you anger to your husband.
Let us read the hadith together. Okay, hold on. Let us read the hadith together and see. Okay. The whole conversation is about what? About women they will go to hell. Is that correct? Do you agree? The reason for the conversation, Muhammad he saw when he went to the heaven, he saw a big portion of the women they are in hellfire. Do you agree?
That's what the hadith says.
All right. Okay. The hadith in front of us on the screen. We see it. All right.
No. Let me.
And there is many of them. We can show you whatever want you wish to.
Let me refresh because I don't have it. Okay, just 1 minute.
All right.
Taken too much.
All right. Open the link. You can open the link here. Let me pause it for you. If it's taking time for you to load, open this link.
Where in
the chat. In the chat. No, I posted to you in the chat.
Okay, it's opening the YouTube.
All right. Now, Muhammad he said that women, you better give it charity. You better give it charity. Why? Because he saw the majority of them. They are the majority of people of hellfire. Do you see it?
The people of the fire.
Yes. So Muhammad's statement. Okay, Muhammad's statement that the majority of women they will go to fire. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what he said.
All right. What is the reason? Let us read together. He said, a woman among them. He said, why is that? Messenger of Allah. He said, She said what? Messenger of Allah, which means she's a Muslim. He said, because you are cursing so much, meaning you're ungrateful toward your husbands.
Yes.
Okay, this is number one. He said, and I have not.
No, stop.
What?
Full stop. Period. Finished.
What finished?
See?
He said, continue.
That's it.
No. He said.
No. You gotta learn how to read that.
Get lost. I have no time for kids. Get lost. Go and clean your ass with 3 rocks like your prophet. He said, why he is continuing to she's asking him why. Are you stupid or dumb like your prophet? The woman, she asked why, and now he is not done to explain why. She said to him, dump Abdul, idiot. And why is that, messenger of Allah? And why? He said, you curse a lot, you curse so much, you are ungrateful to your husbands. And he said, and I have not seen any among those lacking in intellect and religion who more difficult upon people possessing reasons and insight than you. Then now he finished. A woman among them, she said. Okay, what she said? And what is our deficiency in religion? What is our deficiency in religion? Because he said they have deficiency. He said, the testimony of 2 women among you is like the testimony of a man. When we say a deficiency in religion, it means you have a defect, and that is a reason to go to hell. Deficiency, he's not talking about something good. You have a problem. You see, if this is not a problem, he should not mention it as deficiency, because women, they have a menstruation anyway. I mean, they are women. Why they will not have a menstruation? If a woman shouldn't have a menstruation, that means she have a problem, or she is over the age. But your prophet considered it as a deficiency in religion, not deficiency in something else, not physically, in religion. Do you see it? And what is this? What the woman, she said, read with me, because he is Muhammad. He said, naqisatu aqlin wa din. You have deficiency in brain and deficiency in religion. And what is the deficiency in her intellect? So the first part, Muhammad was explaining the deficiency of the brain. The second part, he is explaining deficiency of the religion. What is the deficiency of the religion? He said, the testimony of 2 women among you is like the testimony of a man. And that, and now the first one, he is explaining to us that you have a brain problem. Why? The proof of that, well, Allah in the Quran says 2 of you is equal to 1 man. And he continues saying, and the deficiency of your religion is menstruation, because one of you will go 3 or 4 days without performing salat. Why? Because you have menstruation. So this is considered a problem. They have two reasons making women are not good. They will go to hell. The whole conversation about what? About women going to be the majority of hellfire. So there's no space in this conversation to talk about something except the reasons to go to hellfire. And this is stupid Abdul. He says it doesn't say that. All of you can see it. All of you can see it. And we can read different hadith, the same story, to make it more clear. All right. Look what the woman, look what Muhammad said. The woman, she said, why we are the majority of hellfire? He said, you curse a lot, ungrateful to your husband. I have never seen anyone lacking in discriminant and religion. So Muhammad saying all those reasons why, the question why we will go to hell, he is counting. You curse a lot, you are ungrateful to your husbands, and you have a lacking of common sense, and you have a deficiency in your religion. She said, now she is debating him, what is our lacking in our intelligence, and what is our lacking in our religion? Both. He mentioned them in the first part. Now she's asking, and what is, okay, why we will go to hell? Because you have this and this and this. What is the first one? You curse a lot. Number two, you are ungrateful to your husband. Number three, you have lacking of wisdom and religion. Then the woman, she said, okay, what is our lacking in religion? We pray like everybody. We say Shahada. We are Muslims. He said, the lack and discriminate of that, in fact, the testimony of two women are equal to one man. So that is deficiency. And the lack, this is the lack of reasons. That's mean this is why you do stupid things and you curse and you are stupid, you are half a brain. And the women, they spend several nights during menstruation, she don't pray, and that is deficiency of religion. So this idiot, he tried to defend, but the fact, the more he defend, the more he make his prophet look like an idiot. If he is talking about women going to hell, what does this have to do with women having menstruation? And why women, she have a lack and deficiency in religion if she have menstruation? This is stupid. This is absolutely stupid. She don't have any lack. It was Muhammad who forbid them from praying when they have their period. Let them pray when they have period. You are the one who created this deficiency. If you allow them to pray when they have their period, then they will be praying equally to the men. You are the one who forbid them from being witness in the court for a false excuse that women, she cannot remember the same as a man. That's false. Go with your wife to any party, any dinner, any occasion with your wife, and then when we come back, let us ask the man what he ate and ask women what happened there. The man will not even remember the dish he ate. Second day, he will not remember the clothes he wear. The woman she remember a year after what people were wearing, what kind of rings, perfume, food, what she said, what he said. You know, women, they go in details, and the stupid Allah, he think that women witnessing is stupid. And you know, people, they can be the judge. The hadith is very clear. The woman she is asking, he said that you are naqisatu aqlin wa deen. You have deficiency in your brain and your religion. This is why you will go to hell. Read with me. Let me read it again for the dumb Muslims who don't want to see. O women, give a charity and pray a great deal for forgiveness. Forgiveness from what? I have seen that you are the majority of hellfire. A woman, she said, suppose she is wise, obviously she is. Why is it, Muhammad? Why is it? Why is it what? Why we'll go to hell? So the whole argument is about why we will go to hell. So whatever come after that is why is it what? Why is it we are going to go to hell? Not why is it we are short, not why is it we are not beautiful, not why is it because we are fat. Why is it going to hell? Do you see it, dump Abdul? So a messenger of Allah, he said, after she said to him, why is it, O messenger of Allah, that we from the majority of people of hell? He said, you curse a great deal, and you are grateful and ungrateful to your husband, and I never seen anyone lacking in discriminate and religion more overwhelming to a man than you. So the reasons now for going to hell is the following: you are ungrateful, you curse a lot, and I never seen any more have lack in brain and deficiency in religion as you compare to the women, to men. And yes, stupid Abdur, he want to say to us, Muhammad, he did not say women they will go to hell because of that. While the question is so clear, why we will go to hell, and whatever come after it is why you will go to hell. If you are saying your prophet is adding those things have nothing to do with the question, that means he's stupid. The women question is very simple. Why we are going to go to hell? She did not ask him why we are ugly. She didn't say to him why we are fat. She didn't say why we are our cooking is not good. The question is why we are going to be the majority of hellfire. So whatever Muhammad he said after that is about why they will go to hellfire. And do you see how the stupid Muslims they try to defend their prophet by a stupid way? And this is why I believe when you are a Muslim, you are blindly stupid. You say stupid things blindly just to defend. Why we will go to hell? He said, you curse, you are ungrateful. And he continued, you see, this guy, he said, full stop, full stop. Full stop. What full stop? In Arabic, by the way, there's nothing called full stop. We don't, this is something they add long after. The hadith is continuing. Ungrateful to your husband, and there's no full stop, and I never seen anyone lacking indiscriminate and religion more overwhelming to a man wisdom than you. So now he gave her the reasons why they will go to hell. The woman, she is not convinced yet. So she said, well, okay, and what is the lacking of our intellect and religion? What is our deficiency in religion and the brain, which is going to cause us to go to hellfire? He said, your lack, that the fact proven in the Quran that the testimony of two women are equal to one man, and the lack of religion, that you don't pray during your menstruation. And that is a clear evidence that Muhammad is a stupid, mental, dumb, fascist, crazy person who want to abuse women for no reason, because those are the weak ones. You see, all of Islam is based on what? Making the man happy, because he is the fighter, he is the soldiers. So Muhammad, he promised him a lot of women. The house will be the house of the man. I mean, okay, in the heaven, guys, in the heaven, in the earth, I understand that the man is needed to have a certain position, because he is the physically fit. He is the one who can defend the family, especially in old days. He is the one who carries stuff. He is the one who can do the hard farming. He is, the man. But in heaven, everything is provided. The man have food. He do not need to cook. The women, she will have food. She do not need to cook, which means the man is not needed. And the heaven should be equal for both. No, even the heaven of Islam, there is discrimination. The man will have unlimited numbers of hookers who Allah he made them just for the sake of his penis. And the women, the Muslim women, she will be herself, she will be a hooker, because all her duty in heaven is to open her legs. She have nothing else. Quran destroys his wrong understanding the hadith. Show me. Show me nightmare. Let us laugh. Give me where the Quran disagree with this. You idiot, your prophet, he just quote the Quran saying that women are equal, two women are equal to one man. This is Quran. This is Quran, you're dumb. So if you ask yourself, Why in this religion concentrate so much on the man? The man will go to heaven. Why the man don't curse? Actually, Muhammad, he curse a lot. Muhammad is a curse machine. May Allah curse the Christians. May Allah curse the Jews. May Allah curse the blah blah blah. Even he cursed the Muslims and he beat them. Let me show you. But Muhammad, he curse, it's okay. He call names, it's okay. Read with me. Remember, Muhammad, he said women, they will go to hell because they curse a lot. Huh? Because they curse a lot. Okay. Oh Allah. Oh Allah. Each time Muhammad he say oh Allah, remind me of the song. It's called Oh Mommy. What the chapter name, guys? What the chapter name? Read with me. The chapter name is whomsoever is cursed. Whomsoever is cursed. Cursed by who? Revealed or prayed against by the prophet. So the prophet, he used to curse all day long. Okay. What Muhammad is about that? Oh Allah, the messenger, he said, oh Allah, I am a human being, and for any person amongst the Muslims, who? The Muslims, who? The Muslims, upon whom I hurl malediction, or invoke curse, or give him whipping, make it source of a purity and mercy. Why you are beating them and giving them whipping? Obviously Muhammad, he is saying here, because people, they start talking about him that he is being unjust, he is being an animal. So he said, oh Allah, I am just a human being, you know, I do things that's not right. Because if Muhammad is cursing a person for being bad, he do not need to ask Allah for forgiveness, or to ask Allah to make it a blessing for the person. He's being bad. The bad will not be blessed. Obviously Muhammad is beating people, cursing people, saying filthy words to the people, wiping their skin or whipping their skin for no reason, just because he's an idiot. And now he claimed that when he do that to you, Allah will give you a reward. You see it? When you do that, what verse we ignored, Nightmare? What verse? Are you stupid or what? We saw nothing. Guys, anybody see this guy? He posted a verse. Okay, don't. If any do deeds and righteousness, but male or female have faith, they will enter heaven, and do not last injustice will be done to them. Verse 124, Surah An-Nisa. You see how stupid this guy is, idiot? Do you see how stupid he is? The verse saying anyone who do righteousness will go to heaven. Well, is cursing is righteousness? No. Is it? Is beating people is righteousness? No. Is saying bad words to people is righteousness? So based on the verse you just quoted us, your prophet should go to hell. Number two, you're a prophet in the hadith, you idiot. You just said that this is contradict the Quran, because you're a prophet saying that women, they are cursing, and women, they are ungrateful, and women, they are ordered in Islam to obey their husbands, therefore they are not righteousness. And then in the top of that, they have a lack of intelligence, and they have a lack of religion. So who is the stupid here? Why you are quoting for me this verse? In the same time, just to show you how stupid the Quran anyway. I mean, who can take the Quran into consideration unless he is stupid? The Quran is a book of contradiction. Read with me. The dumb Quran. Chapter 2, verse number 62. Okay, what is that? Read, Abdul. Chapter 2, verse number 62. those who believe in the Quran or in Islam, and those who follow the Jewish scriptures, and the Christians and the Sabians. You see, this guy Nightmare, he can say now, okay, the Christians who were following the true gospel, but at the time of Muhammad, there's nobody was following the true gospel. Supposedly, there was. It says those who follow what? The Jewish scriptures. Which scriptures? If there's no valid scriptures at the time of Muhammad, then how he says to them those who follow the Jewish scripture, because Muhammad at that time was a hypocrite, as you know, a scumbag. And then he added the Sabians. How the Sabians will go to heaven? What is the book of Sabians, Nightmare? Can you tell me? What is the book of the Sabians and why they will go to heaven? Any Muslim can tell me? What is the religion of the Sabian? How the Sabians they will go to heaven? Dumb stupid people. Muhammad, he put everybody in the back. Christians, Jews, Sabian, and whoever believe. Anyone. And those who work righteousness. Here we go. The same story. They shall have the reward. I challenge you to show me how somebody from the Sabians he will go to heaven, and somebody is a Christian will go to heaven, and the Jews they will go to heaven by what? By following the scriptures. And by the way, look here carefully what the Quran says. And those who follow the Jewish scriptures and the Christians and the Sabian, in the case of the Christians and the Sabian, they do not need to follow any scriptures. He named the Christians and the Sabians, they will go to heaven. And in the top of that, whoever do righteousness, which means righteousness is not required. Those who believe in the Quran and those who follow the Jewish scriptures and the Christians and the Sabians and anyone who believe in Allah and the last days and do work righteousness, they shall have the reward. In different verse, Muhammad he says the Christians they will go to hell and the Jews they will go to hell. The Muslim they will say to you, oh no, they are talking about the true Jews who they used to follow the scriptures of the Jews. Where are they? This is in the time of Muhammad. It says, oh, who you believe, those who believe in present, those who believe in present now, and those who follow, not followed, those who follow, not followed in the past, the Jewish scriptures, and those who they are Christians now, and those who they are Sabians now, and those who believe in Allah now, they will go to heaven. So nobody can take the Quran into consideration. But even the verse you gave me, you idiot, have nothing to do with our topic, because the Quran promising women who will go to hell for they are not righteousness. Why they will go to hell? For they are not righteousness. Why? Because they are not grateful and they are not good women. Look, you know, let me show you. You're a prophet, he said. If a woman, her husband, he call her to the bed, just to call her to the bed, the angels will be cursing her all night. That's it. She's cursed. I'll show you. We find the hadith. Hold on. This website sometime. Here we go. Abu Hurairah reported the Prophet of Allah saying, the Prophet of Allah saying, When a man called his wives to come to his bed to do boom boom, and she refuses and does not come to him, he spent night angry. The angels curse her till the morning. The hadith. The Prophet, he said, when a woman spend a night away from the bed of her husband, the angels curse her till the morning. Let's continue. The same story. The same story. The same story. What is cursing? Cursing will not be done to someone is considered to be righteous. So those women, they are not considered righteousness unless she open her legs. So to be a righteous woman in Islam is to be a sex toy, not about being good in other way. You see, the angels are not cursing her because she did not cook. No. The angels are not cursing her because she did not take a shower. No. She did not take care of his kids. No. The angels are cursing her for a very simple reason. She did not open her legs. So does that mean she is a righteous woman? She will go to heaven? If a woman, she will go to heaven, so why the angels are going to curse her? What is the point of this cursing? What this curse will do? And what kind of angels, their job is to curse a woman she did not take off her panty? Maybe she don't feel like she don't want to have sex. What's the problem? Why, if the man, he refused to sleep with his wife, the angel will not curse him? Muhammad, he stopped having sex with Sauda. And Sauda, she heard the news that he is planning to divorce her because she became, excuse my language, she became so big. I don't want to use the word fat, and she is old. So he stopped having sex with her. How come the angels are not cursing Muhammad? Why Muhammad, he said, why Muhammad did not say in the hadith, if a man refused to go with his wife to bed, Allah is going to curse him and the angels. And take into consideration, the Muslim man, he have 4 wives and unlimited numbers of slaves and companions to sleep with. So he have many options, but the women, she don't. She have only one husband. The Quran in chapter 4 verse number 34 says, jail them in their rooms. It's a punishment. The man, he punished the women by stop sleeping with her, and he jailed her in her room. Can the women jail him in his room and stop having sex with him? No. Everything in Islam is against women. Women in Islam, she is like a garbage bag. They cover her by the burqa, for she is a garbage. If they open the burqa, according to Islam, she stink. She's a whore. So she will be exposed. So we have to protect the whore we have. So what we do, we cover her, and then we jail her, and then her duty is very simple. She have to open her legs. If she don't open her legs, Allah is angry. The angels are angry. She will go to hell. But the man, he can go out of the house. He can wear whatever he want. He can look at women. He can spy at women. He can molest women. He can have sex with the slaves. He can have sex with any women he wish. He can have 4 wives. But the poor women, she have a duty to do. If the husband, he call her to bed, she cannot say, I cannot do it. You have to open your legs, for Allah will be angry. So the hadith is so clear that the stupid prophet consider women, they will go to hell. And you know what? If a woman, she is ungrateful to her husband, is that a reason to go to hell? And let us say a woman, she curse. A woman, she curse. Why the one who curse will go to hell? And why Muhammad did not say the man who cursed will go to hell? Show me a hadith saying if a man he cursed, he will go to hell. Muhammad himself, he cursed. Muhammad himself, he cursed. Let's go back to the hadith. He claimed that even his curse is going to be transformed in a magical way to a blessing. Look at this story here. Allah Messenger, the good would reach everyone, but would not reach those two. Two men, they came to Muhammad. He screamed at them. He shouted at them. He said filthy words to them, the F word to them, you know. And then Aisha, she's saying, we don't know what happened. I mean, why those men they are, he's so upset from them. Aisha reported that two persons visited Allah Messenger, and both of them talk about something of which I am not aware, but that annoyed him. He invoked curse upon both of them, and he hurled malediction on them, which means he's using bad language, like if your father, if your mother, if your grandfather, huh? And I will show you soon the hadith where it says even go and suck the penis of your father. Imagine a prophet of God, he says such a thing. A prophet of God, he said to a man, go and suck the penis of your father. And then Allah Messenger, the good would reach everyone, but it would not reach those two. He said, why so? I said, because you have invoked curse and hurled malediction on upon both of them. He said, okay. Oh, look, don't you know that I have made conditions? I made conditions with my Lord. What? Muhammad, he made a condition with his Lord. What is the condition? I say to Allah, oh Allah, I am a human being, and that for Muslims upon whom I invoke curse or hurl malediction, make it a source of a purity and reward. So he beat people, he cursed them, he said the F word to them, and that is supposedly will give it, like Allah will pay them back for that. He's an idiot. You see it? And then Muhammad, his filthy tongue, you see, women, they go to hell for cursing, but Muhammad, he can curse everyone. Read with me. The prophet, he said, the messenger of Allah said, if I abused what? If I abused any person of my people or cursed him in my anger, which means this is obviously unjustified. This is unjustified. It's about abuse. Unjustified anger, unjustified abuse. I am one of the children of Adam. I become angry as they become angry. Allah has sent me as a mercy to the world. You are mercy, so why you are beating them? You abuse them, you beat them, you lash their backs unjustly, and now you are saying that you ask Allah to send those who you abuse and you curse a blessing on them. So why he did not say the same to the women, those who curse and abuse their husbands? Allah will make it a blessing for the husbands. You see, guys, the stupid Muhammad, it's okay to abuse, it's okay to curse, it's okay to beat people, but he will not go to hell. But the poor women, they curse a lot, and they have half religion, for they have a half a brain and half practice of Islam. They have menstruation, they will go to hell. But Muhammad, he can beat anyone, he can say the F word to anyone. In different hadith, Muhammad, he said the following. I don't think the Muslim will translate this one away, but we will try. Yeah, there's no way. It's not here. I cannot find it, but let me find it in Arabic. All right. The book name الجامع في الصحيحين. الجامع في الصحيحين. Nightmare, do you want to call me and translate? Let me call him so we can laugh. I will challenge this guy to translate. That would be fun. Answer, Abdul, answer. Answer. Nightmare. Do you see the hadith in front of you in Arabic?
Okay, 1 minute. Listen.
Do you see the hadith in front of you in Arabic? Yes or no?
Well, just 1 minute. 1 minute. Listen. If we have
no. We start with the hadith. We start with the hadith. Does it say there, nightmare? Before we start. Hold on. Does it say there, your prophet, he said, anyone is proud about his heritage from before Islam, let him go and bite the penis of his father? Yes or no? Answer.
Let me make more point on that.
No. You start with this one first. Does it say that? That your prophet, okay, go. You will not do it, right? You see, guys? Coward. What kind of a prophet he say to any man? If you are proud about what you used to have before Islam, say to him, go and suck the penis of your father. This is a prophet of God, or this is a scumbag? So the women, because they curse, they go to hell. Women, they are ungrateful to their husband, they go to hell. But Muhammad is ungrateful. Muhammad obviously is not grateful for his wives. He has many of them, and still he wants more and more and more and more. And even he threatened them many times to divorce them, and he make a chapter about it in the Quran. The man, he can be ungrateful, the man, he can beat the wives, the man, he can curse, the man, he can do whatever he want. But the women, because they have menstruation, they will go to hell. The women, because they have half a brain, they will go to hell. Which is very stupid, because isn't it God who made them? If they are who they are, if women have half a brain as Muhammad he claimed, isn't it your God who made them this way, you idiot? A prophet of God, he said to people, go and suck the penis of your father. This is a filthy scumbag prophet. And this is a Sahih hadith. In different hadith, it says, go and suck the clitoris of a lat. Obviously, this is the prophet of sucking. So the prophet, he can beat, the prophet, he can insult, the prophet, he can do whatever he want, whatever he wish, for he is a scumbag. He have a license to sleep around. He have a special license to have any woman she want to give her vagina to him. The poor woman, she will go to hell for a very simple reason. She curse a lot. She is ungrateful to her husband, and she have menstruation, and she have a lack of wisdom. And you know what? Just to show you how stupid Muhammad is, additional to all what we said, if the majority of the women or the majority of people of hellfire are women, that's when Muhammad, everything he said is a lie. Why? Isn't it Muhammad, he said that every man he will have 70 wives and 2 hur? You see here he is saying that the majority of hellfire are women. They are the majority. Who said that? Muhammad. Majority of what? Hellfire. Let me go there. Hold on. You see it? The majority of hellfire. The majority. All right. But Muhammad in different hadith, he said the following. Read with me. There is no one whom Allah will admit to paradise, but he will marry him to 72 wives. To what? 72 wives. 2 are from the Houris and 70 from the earth. But this guy, he said they will go to hellfire. That means the majority or the percentage of men to women in the heaven of Allah is 72 to 1 at least. Is that correct? The population of heaven in Islam, majority of women. But the majority of women here, not because Allah is being good to women, no, it is making it as a reward for the man. There will be 6 hookers. They are there for sex toys. Even Allah will take women from hellfire and he will bring them to the Abdul in his bed. And not only that, Allah will make the penis of the Abdul never go soft. Do you see it? I mean, he must be God. This God, he thought about it. This guy, he will have a lot of women. How he can have sex with all of them? So Allah, he promised him that your penis will be always That's God. And that is a religion. Anyway, please don't use a bad language in the text. If there is any Muslim would like to call us for free, any Muslim would like to call? Anyone? If you call me, by the way, Allah will give you those numbers of women, and for sure he will give you a male member, a penis, which will never go soft. I mean, what do you want more? What do you want more? You can use your penis. And by the way, I can show you different resource where Allah, he said that Allah will give you, or Muhammad, he will give you endless penis. So you will have an endless penis, will never go soft. You will have a lot of women. And by the way, in the top of that, those 270 women, every one of them, she have 70 maid, and you can sleep with the maid too. So let us calculate the number. This is the, by the way, this is the lowest reward of a Muslim. This is not the highest reward. Some people, they think this is the highest reward. No, this is for the bad Muslim. Actually, in different hadith, Muhammad, he said, let us find it. All right. Stay with me. The Prophet said, the least of people of paradise, the least of the people of paradise, which means the lowest one in positions, is the one with 80,000 servant and 72 wives. How many thousands? Those are naked boys. Those are naked boys who will be servants. 80,000 little child. Open slavery in the heaven of Allah, enslaving children for eternity just to serve one man. 80,000. And then he shall have a tent. You know, what kind of God you want to give us a tent in heaven? Why? Because he's a Bedouin God. He shall have a tent of pearl. Tent of pearl. This is heaven. He's a kid, you know. You see, the reason I call this guy just to get, you know, to show you how stupid he is. The Muslim, they think they are the only one they can read. I mean, it's in English. Everybody can read it. No, we gave him enough time for today. He refused. He refused to translate. A prophet of Allah, he says, go and bite the penis of your father. I mean, how filthy, trashy such a man. What about says to him, say to the guy, don't do that. Somebody is proud about his inheritance. What's wrong with that? And let us say you don't like it. Say to him, don't do that. Why you are teaching the Muslim to say to the man, say to him, go and bite the penis of your father. A person is proud about his father. What is the crime? So go and bite and suck the penis of your father. This is God and this is a prophet. You did already, Nightmare. Actually, already you called me many times about the same hadith. Everybody heard you. We are done. People are laughing. You want to say to us that the prophet, he said that because you are cursing and because you are ungrateful, you will go to hell. But that is very stupid, because cursing and ungrateful goes both for Muhammad. Muhammad is ungrateful to his wives, and Muhammad, he cursed a lot, and I showed you the reference. So why Muhammad will not go to hell based on cursing and ungrateful? And the hadith is so clear. The woman, she asked him why we will go to hell. He count everything, including you have menstruation and you have a lack of intellect. Simple. But anyway, people, they can't judge, right? Anyway, we have a good time together today. And remember, again, we will have 3 days a week as a must, fixed time at 4 p.m. 4:30 p.m. New York time, which is Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. However, during the week, I do podcasts. If you notice, yesterday I made, I think, 3 of them, or 2. I'm not sure. I think 2, and I made one more video post it in Facebook. So every day actually I'm doing broadcast almost, and every day I'm doing videos. So subscribe to my channel, subscribe to our Facebook. In order to find my Facebook pages, click on Patreon, the link underneath of the info, and you will find where I post my videos. And the reasons there are some videos I don't post them in YouTube because Muslim they will claim copyright over them. So I post them in Facebook and etc. forms. Any video I will use, let us say a contact of used by somebody else, a video of Muslims, then I have no choice but to use it in such a way to make it posted in Facebook. Actually what I'm doing mostly, if you notice, I'm not doing I'm not posting in the Gmail drive because I found an easier way. I made a video, I don't know if you saw it guys, how to download video from Facebook. How many of you saw it? Did you see it? If you go back in my pages in YouTube in this channel, you will see I'm teaching you how to download my video. It's very simple. Watch the video and you can download all my videos from Facebook. Very easy, very simple. All right. I wonder what? Wonder cry out for women in paradise in Islam. Guys, look at this question. I wonder why Christians apologists did not cry out no women in paradise in Islam. What is that? Anyone understand what he's saying? Look what this guy said. Look at this. What this guy is saying. I wonder why Christians apologists don't cry out no women in paradise in Islam. Abdul, we are showing you how stupid your prophet logic. He promised the women to go to heaven if they convert to Islam, and later he told them you will go to hell. Majority of you will go to hell. Actually, even the Quran accused Aisha and Hafsa to be kuffar. Even the Quran, Aisha, the mother of the believer, she is not a believer according to the Quran. It says sagat aymanahum. Sagat. Chapter 66 verse number 4. It says in tatuba ila Allah faqad sagat qulubakum. The two girls, the two women, Allah accused them that their heart went out of Islam. They become kuffar. He asked them to repent, and if they don't, Allah he will send Jibreel and the believers and the angels and Allah to protect Muhammad. What a stupid religion. Do you see it? So Muhammad always do that to any women around him. He abused them, he take advantage of them, and he used his God to control them. So those are two of his women. They are having a problem with him because he was sleeping around, and then Muhammad he have to threat them. So he made a verse in the Quran saying, Allah said, if you two turn into repentance to him, your heart are indeed inclined, so inclined. But if you back up each other against him, truly Allah, he is a protector, and Jibreel, and the righteous one among the believers, and furthermore the angels, all of this to fight two women. Muhammad he needed Allah and Jibreel and 1.4 billion Muslims and all the angels to fight two women. They are 5 foot tall. Yeah, all women they will have a period. You are right, but your prophet is counting the reasons will cause you to go not to go to heaven. He did not say because you have a period you will not go to heaven, he said, because you do this and this and this and this. So one of them is having period. So if you curse, if you ungrateful, that will make you go to hellfire, because already you have two bad things on you. One of them is a lack of intellect, and the other one is a lack of religion, deficiency. So already you have two deficiencies. If you add the two more, you are guaranteed to go to hell. This is what your prophet is saying. Otherwise, all women they have period. Actually, the stupid prophet of Islam, he taught his followers that Muslim women or women in general, Allah, when he created them, they used to have one period a year. One period a year. But then some of the women, they start having party and go out and mix with men. So Allah, he cursed them and he made them have period every month. Is that true, Nightmare? Which mean a period is a curse in Islam. Any Abdul? Actually, here this story in front of us is enough to prove that Muhammad is a false man for many reasons. Number one, he stole that verse from Umar ibn Khattab. It was Umar ibn Khattab who said exactly the same verse we see in front of us. Muhammad, he took it, he added, he make it Quran, and he claimed the one who sent it is Allah. Umar, he said, my Lord, he agreed with me in three things. Different resource says that Allah agreed with Umar in 10 things. Some they say 7, some they say 5, some they say 3, but all of them they agree about the 3 for sure. Let's see what it says. Do you see it? The hijab, the verse of the hijab was given by Umar. The verse of the Kaaba, the Muslims today, they are going to Kaaba, doing Hajj because of Umar. They pray in direction of the Kaaba because of Umar. He is the one who said, Allah, make the Kaaba the station of the prayer. Muhammad, he took it as it is and he put it in the Quran. And look what it says. So Allah here is revealed the verses same as I have said. Same what? Same as I have said. Allah revealed verses exactly as Umar he said. Umar he says something, Allah he like it, Allah he copy it, and he put it there. But obviously there's no Allah. This is Muhammad. He is the one who made the threat. The verses we showed you. If you don't repent, both of you, Allah will punish you. You are a kuffar, and Allah is a protector, and the believers and the angels and Jibreel. This is a verse said by Umar. The verse about hijab said by Umar. The verse about worshipping or praying direction of the Kaaba said by Umar. And Umar he said, so this verse came the same as I had said, the same exactly, word by word. And the Muslim, they say to us, can you make Quran like the Quran? Well, Umar is making Quran and Allah is taking Quran from Umar. Are you blind? Your God, Allah himself, is copying the Quran from Umar. Obviously Umar must be God, and God is learning from Umar. Even the like, you know, there's many things. Maybe I should make a video, special video about those things. with the Islamic reference. Show you how stupid this religion is. It's a mad religion. Anyway, guys, I think we have enough for today. I want to say thank you for being here, and may the Lord bless you all. Remember to be with us next broadcast. I might do podcast tomorrow, by the way, but as I said, the fixed one is 3 days a week. Remember them: Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, 4:30 p.m. However, during the week I do live podcasts. So subscribe, go to Facebook so you will be notified right away, and subscribe to YouTube so you will be informed immediately. All right, so thank you very much for being here. May the Lord bless you all, and with this we finish our podcast for today. Christ is Lord, Islam is false. I mean to that, and see you soon again.